did have a conversation yesterday with Sean Olson up at the courthouse. I have given, so the next step in that before it comes to council is we look at our current wards and our precinct lines and come up with any changes if need be. But we talked about, I think last time I updated you, there is no need to change our wards. That doesn't mean something doesn't need to be done with precincts, because precincts do have limitations on number of people in them. So that will need to be addressed. But I did send the new map, which basically is the same map, but just different population numbers in each ward, to Sean, and he will forward that on to Stacy up there, because that is the next step. We submit to Stacy, who has, I believe, 7 to 10 days to review it and comment on it, and then get those back to us before it actually comes to council.
Why does it come, if we don't have to make changes, which is, okay, which is, we don't deal with precincts, do we? That'd be county, isn't it?
We have to, the city still has to have an ordinance that approves the precincts
Okay.
and the wards.
Okay.
Just the checks and balances type of thing.
Yeah, but talking to Sean, they have to look into it a little bit more than we do.
Okay.
So they'll establish those and get them to us. We were fortunate because of our population the last time, 10 years ago, that our precincts and our wards were the same areas. I mean, they had the same outlines. This time it won't be, because there is one ward that exceeds the 3,500 people. So that will essentially have to be broken into 2 precincts. So I don't know if it'll be next council meeting or the next one after that, but soon. So it's got to be done before January.
Oh, no, 60 days.
Yeah.
Okay, moving into Mike.
Nothing today.
Clark.
Jacob, we talked last week about the police, 2 weeks ago about the police station being local option sales tax fund. So where exactly does that put us on commitment on those funds, projected commitments for the next, how long are we given, is the police budgeted into that pool of money?
Some of that'll be addressed at budget time.
Okay.
Coming up. Specifically for the PD project, that will use up most of what we have in there through the end of this fiscal year and then part of next fiscal year. We don't have, we have projects that Jason and I have talked about, and Deb talked a little bit about before she left, that potentially could be used for loss, but that we haven't really ran through budget committee meetings yet. So there's no specific projects for that loss fund
Committed
right
to
now.
it, okay.
Committed, yep.
Including the fire department.
No, there's.
Was that on purpose?
Okay.
There is some committed there.
There is
Wait, back up.
We did commit some for the 30 ambulance in this budget.
Thank you.
But,
I'm about passed
okay,
out
yeah.
back there.
No, I'm not taking that away, Dave. Yeah, but that is, so between that and the PD, that would go through, use up most of what we have through the end of this fiscal year. So then next budget year, we'll look at where we want to allocate.
Start slice, okay. And then, the only other thing that I had on my list was this new signs going out on 75, Business 75. It looks really nice,
Which one?
the new sign that we approved.
Oh, from Decoy?
Decoy, thank you.
Oh, okay. Yep.
But it got me to look, and I think one thing we need to put on our radar is a new airport sign. It is, it's small, it's little.
I wonder if now isn't just, sorry to interrupt, but I wonder if now, we are kind of limited in area because of where the bank is there.
Right.
We don't own any property there.
Right.
I believe that property still for sale.
Yeah, it is, and they got that beautiful tree there, but I'm not in favor of taking trees out, but I'm wondering if we couldn't work with them and do something, because really, we are shortchanging our airport.
Yeah, so I wonder if it isn't a good opportunity to, I mean, if we need to purchase some little sliver of ground off of there to get a better
I
sign.
think they could actually give it to us, well, prior to a sale, if they wouldn't be willing to give it to us. But I wonder if we should open up some discussions with Northwest Bank on that, because I would like to see a better airport sign.
It's kind of comical, because that was one of my first projects when I took over
Sure.
the code enforcement, so Scott Langle and myself worked on that, and as soon as it was put up, we both commented on the same day, that is way too small.
Yeah, we really do
Yeah.
shortchange it, so I'd like to see us work on that.
Did we, and I'm not sure we put that sign there.
We did,
We did?
yeah.
Oh, I thought Mike was involved in that, Mike Wells.
No, that was a city,
He was.
that was a city project. That was a city project, and
We had no sign before.
No,
We
you're
had
right.
zero
That's
signs
true.
before.
But I go by there and I think, man, we're shortchanging our
We-
airport, so.
I agree 100%.
Something we
point.
need to look
That's a
at.
good point.
Something to look at. Okay, I'm done.
Maybe I'll just add a little bit to the local option sales tax one, is that we have had a number of projects that we have said, yep, maybe, could be, whatever. And before we even brought it up for the police department that it was all gonna be this way, we said, okay, so what are these could be, maybes and stuff like that. And we look back, we hadn't voted on anything except the ambulance. That's the only thing that we had voted on to use, and we're done with our hospital
Right.
commitments and library commitments and everybody else's commitments. So we said, nope, we need to use it for the police, and then we'll address at the next meeting a list of ones that we talked about,
Right.
and see if any of them need to go further than a talked about list to be become in a real list.
Yep.
Is that fair
Yeah,
statement?
that's a fair statement.
Well, I was kind of tying into airport and sign too with lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Local
think-
option
I think
sales
that would be a
tax.
good thing. So,
And for a lot of years, that was allocated, a big chunk of it to the hospital, to pay off the debt out there. And so
and the jail.
that was where most of it went for a good chunk of it.
The jail before that.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have anything for discussion, Rick, besides?
No, I had 200 trick or treaters on
I
Halloween.
did too.
I ran out of candy, because I had 200, I thought that would be plenty.
Good thing you're not up for reelection.
I know. But you know what, I've got, Michael, that nobody else has, is I've got grandkids across the street, and the grandkids were bringing over handfuls of candy for me for the last 20 kids that I had from their baskets, and I was passing out their candy. And they didn't want Papa to go without passing out candy, so God bless grandkids. I mean, that's not gonna be my favorite story probably for 50 years, you know, but it's just like he's running across the street and he's dropping the Tootsie Rolls in the driveway, and I'm looking, making sure Kevin's not out there and gonna turn on the lights or something, you know.
I just lived down the street from you and we kept track, I counted, and we had 215.
Yeah,
And towards the end, we were just dropping one Tootsie Roll in the packet.
It was a very, very nice night. We were very lucky to have those kind of events, but that's my only story. We'll go on, Steve, come on.
No,
You
I'm
read
done.
that one?
No, how many stories, I'm done.
I'm done.
Okay,
That's okay.
I just want to assure you that I really want to thank everyone for the concern in my health. And I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. That's nice to have you back. Is there a second? Second. Motion made to second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?